Welcome to the Mystic Temple podcast, guided by the insights of the Divine Mother, Monica Bay. Here we present the audio versions of the Divinity sessions from Mystic Circle TV, delving into the Book of Rasheeda and its profound teachings for spiritual growth and enlightenment. For those who are drawn to the visual aspects, you can visit MysticCircleTV.com to watch the video versions of these Divinity sessions. You can also go to mystictemple.org for more information, to read passages from the Book of Rasheeda that have been released so far, and to connect with fellow seekers under the guidance of the Divine Mother. Now, let's dive into the transformative wisdom of today's Divinity session on the Mystic Temple podcast.
And so the things that we are here to do, we need to be paying attention to our time here, making sure that we're passing it mindfully, making sure that we're passing it passionately, making sure that we're passing this time with the things that are important to us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Temple, Spirituality for a New Age. I'm Monica Bay, also known as the Divine Mother, and I am here to bring you truth. So before we get started today, I have a couple of announcements. First of all, we have now launched the Metasoul Music radio station. What? Yes, I'm excited about that. So we did a poll to see, because before we had the playlist and everyone was vibing and jamming to it and uplifting themselves with it. And then I did a poll to see who wants a radio station versus a playlist. And it was literally almost 50-50. So I decided to keep both. So we still have the playlist. And now we also have the radio station. The radio station is going to play all the songs, not in the same order. And it is an actual radio station. So it is an internet radio station. You can get the link at mystictemple.org. You can also go to metasoulmusic.net and see it there as well. And the next thing coming for Metasoul Music is that we will pretty soon be available on the Amazon Alexa and the Echo, all of the different versions of Alexa. So you will be able to hear and catch Metasoul Music right on your Alexa. In addition, we're also coming out with an app, a radio app for the radio station, so that you can download the app and take that on the go. Right now, you can still take it on the go if you just go to the website and play the radio station. But just so you guys know, that's what's coming next. As you know, this is part of the Global Awakening Initiative. So, we're not doing anything small, okay? There are levels to this, all right? So we're going all the way. And again, Metasoul Music is music for mystics, okay? It is music that is uplifting, that is positive, that will get you in the right frame of mind no matter what you're going through. Or if you're not going through anything, you just want to wake up in the morning and have the right energy. That's what Metasoul Music is for. It is free, always free. It's a free radio station and a free playlist that everyone can listen to all over the world. And the songs are hot, okay? And also, I want to say, also for those of you who don't already know or didn't already glean it, I've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of you who have been feeling the music. Just so you know, there is energy in this music, okay? I create all the music. I write most of the lyrics, and it has energy in it. So just so you know, this is real stuff, okay? Metasoul Music is a real deal. And this is why you feel the music when you listen to it. You actually feel it. And I have two more things to announce. The second thing is that last week we had the second open circle in the Facebook group, live in our Facebook group. And we had one of the members, we had a lot of people in there asking great questions. We had one of the members ask a wonderful question about how to tap into your divine knowledge within. And I had told her that, I gave her a couple of different options, and shamanic journey was one of them. And so what I did was I actually created a guide, a shamanic journey guide that you can use for any kind of shamanic journey, but it was specifically related to tapping into your own divinity, tapping in and receiving direct divine information and knowledge. When you're not sure about something, you're going through something, you're just not sure. You're not sure what decision to make. You're not sure if the question that she had asked was really, how do I know it's a divine message or something that I just received versus my own thoughts? And I was saying that a shamanic journey is a great way to do that, because you're not going to get your own thoughts in that shamanic journey. You're going to get what's real. You're going to get that from deep within. And so I did put a guide in the Mystic Temple Facebook group for that. And just so you know, join the Facebook group if you're not already in there. There's a lot of resources in there, and I will continue to add resources. In last week's Divinity session, I did say that I was going to start giving you guys more guides and resources to actually apply a lot of this information that we're talking about here from the Book of Rasheeda. And so I will be providing that information in the Facebook group. So you want to join Facebook? Listen, if you're not into Facebook, because I wasn't into Facebook either, okay? If you're a person who's like, nah, I don't like Facebook, I like whatever other platforms, right? Just join it anyway, okay? You don't have to post to your page. Just join it to join the group, because we're doing it in the Facebook group because, again, like I said, I wasn't into Facebook either, but Facebook has the best group functions. And since this is a virtual temple, our Facebook group is basically our congregation. So I had to do it in a social media platform because people are already in there, and that is the best one. So it will continue to be in Facebook. So if you don't want to miss out on this wonderful stuff that we're providing, that the Book of Rasheeda is providing, and more additional resources outside of these divinity sessions, you definitely want to join the Mystic Temple Facebook group. And the third thing I want to announce today before we get started is that now on mystictemple.org, you'll see the Book of Rasheeda written in there. Now we also have links to the divinity sessions that go with each passage. So we're keeping this organized so that those of you who are jumping in at the last minute or later, you can still be able to catch everything and be able to always, when you're looking back at the Book of Rasheeda and reading those scriptures, you can actually go back and make sure that you understand the meaning properly. So when you go to mystictemple.org, you click on the Book of Rasheeda in the menu, and you'll see all the scripture that we've released so far. Again, there's always a lot, but we haven't released everything yet. So we release them as we do the divinity sessions. So everything that's released so far, you'll see the scriptures, and then in parentheses, you will see a link to the actual divinity session on Mystic Circle TV that each divinity session belongs to. So it's all organized. Got it all for you. Okay, with that being said, we are going to jump right into today's session, reading from the Book of Rasheeda, the next passage, and it is as follows. However we come to pass the days, we pass them nonetheless. We are here to see the truth of our ways, and our knowledge is free and clear, holy, bound to come back to us, here to stay. And we're going to stop there. There's more in this passage, but just these few sentences is a lot to unpack. So we're going to unpack them right now. First of all, when it says that however we come to pass the days, we pass them nonetheless. This is referring to the passage of time, obviously, the passage of time, but not only the passage of time, because we understand, right, from the previous divinity sessions and the previous passages from the Book of Rasheeda that time is an illusion. This is an illusion, right? But while we're in this illusion, time does exist for us. It doesn't really exist in the true world, but in this world, it does. And so however we come to pass that time, it's going to pass nonetheless. So what it's talking about is actually paying attention to the fact that time is passing. Time is passing. And how are you spending your time is the question that this presents. When we go through life, we realize sometimes that, oh my God, this time just passed by. How'd that pass so fast? I didn't get anything done, right? You think that you have all this time, and we do have a lot of time here on this earth, but it passes quickly. It passes quickly in our perception. And so the things that we are here to do, we need to be paying attention to our time here, making sure that we're passing it mindfully, making sure that we're passing it passionately, making sure that we're passing this time with the things that are important to us. What are your values? What are the things that are important to you in your life? What are the goals that you have that you want to achieve? A lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, you have goals. You'll set a goal for the year. At the new year, right? We always set goals at the New Year's. Someone will set a goal at the new year, and then all of a sudden, it's like halfway through the year or towards the end of the year, and you realize, oh my God, I didn't even do anything towards that goal because you weren't present as time was passing. And we've talked in previous divinity sessions about being present of mind at all times. And so mindfulness is important, but we've already talked about mindfulness a lot, and again, it drills in a lot here. I noticed in a repeating theme in the Book of Rasheeda about mindfulness, because again, there's a reason why mindfulness has been around for thousands of years as a practice, because it's important. Because it's important. So however we pass the days, they will pass nonetheless. So time is going to pass regardless. So as we are passing our days, as we are passing our time, what are we doing with our time? And are we staying present in those moments to make sure that we're actually achieving what we're here to achieve? Because you don't want to get to be 90 years old, 100 years old. We're going to make it go far. 90 years old, 100 years old, right? You don't want to get that far and realize you have regrets and realize that you haven't achieved what you came here to achieve. Remember, in a previous Divinity session, we talked about it happening in this lifetime or the next, right? So you have this lifetime to achieve your purpose or the next. Do you want to keep coming back to repeat the same thing over and over again? Do you want these patterns to continue to repeating over and over again? Or do you want to stay present in this life, take your life by the reins and do what you're here to do and do what you're supposed to do and stop procrastinating, stop getting distracted and pay attention to what you're doing with your time? And that's what this part of this passage is about. So the key here is to live your life with intention. I want you to write that down. Live your life with intention. What does that mean, to live your life with intention? By making sure that my actions are also intentional. So that's what living an intentional life is all about. Making sure that your actions and inactions are with intention, that you're not just floating through life. And I talked about that before too, just floating through life. This is not how we're supposed to be going through this life. Yes, we are supposed to be in flow, but we're not supposed to float. We're supposed to steer, okay? We are supposed to be in flow with the universe and with our life path and with our divinity and all of those things. But we're also supposed to have, steering wheel and some steers, some oars, okay, as we're rowing and steering our boat into the direction that we're supposed to be going into, in all of those analogies I just used at once. So this is important. And that's why it's in the Book of Rasheeda, because this is something that you need to pay attention to right now, and just being intentional about what you're doing. And a lot of you are not intentional about what you're doing with your days. Another thing is social media. Are you scrolling through social media all day? That's not intentional about how you're spending your time. When you look at the number of hours that you have available to you in a day, what are you doing with those hours? Most of you don't know, because you're not intentional and you're not mindful. That's why you can't answer that question. So for anyone who couldn't answer that question right now, bam, message, okay? Message, listen, pay attention, okay? Because you weren't paying attention, so you need to pay attention. If you can't answer that question, then you need to do something about what you're doing with your life. Because when you are intentional about life, life gets better. Life becomes much better. It becomes easier. It becomes magical. It becomes a manifestation of your intentions. Remember, we manifest through intention, okay? And many ways to manifest. But at the end of the day, it's through intention. That is our manifestation. That is the creation of our life, of our current existence, of our current reality. So if you are not intentional about how you are passing your days and spending your time, then your reality is not going to be a manifestation of what you would like it to be. Your reality is not going to be what you would like it to be. And this message emphasizes an overall message from the Book of Rasheeda that really starts to focus on self-discovery and spiritual growth and how important that is in our life. Understand this passage, we are here to see the truth of our ways. We are here that is his purpose. We are here to see the truth of our ways. And Mystic Temple, we give nothing but truth, whether you like it or not. So we are here to see the truth of our ways. What are we doing to bring awareness and consciousness to our actions and their consequences, and what we're actually doing, how we're moving through life? And again, this is attached to the previous sentence, how we are passing our time here. And then it says, our knowledge is free and clear, holy. What does that mean? Our knowledge is free and clear, holy. Meaning our knowledge is always available to us. Divine knowledge, divine insight. We talked about that in the first or the second Divinity session. And really, we've been talking about that ever since. Divine knowledge, our insight, all of that knowledge is here within us, holy. It is divine. It is divine. And that knowledge is bound to come back to us, here to stay. Why did it say that? Because how is that knowledge coming back to us? It's coming back to us right now through the Book of Rasheeda. One, but two, this passage really means that in two ways. One, the Book of Rasheeda is here to bring that knowledge back. Two is that the knowledge that you have within you, who you are, that holy knowledge, that divine insight, is a remembrance of who you are. It is here to stay, and it always returns. It always comes back. So it's available to you, is what this entire passage is saying. Pay attention to the passage of time, what you're doing with your time, and be mindful and intentional about how you are living your life. But also focus on the insight that you have and allowing that to be present and allowing that to come back. And through paying attention and being intentional about your life and being mindful about how you're moving through your life, your actions and your inactions, this helps bring that knowledge of self back. That's what this is saying. All of those things this is a guide on how to bring that information back. Remember, we come from somewhere else. We are not human. We are in human bodies. We are beings of light inside human bodies that are here temporarily in this lifetime. And when we come into these bodies, we forget who we are. And part of the test of this life is to come back into remembrance of that knowledge. So again, this knowledge is always here and present, here to stay, it says. But we have to go through certain things. We have to practice certain things. We have to implement certain ways of being and open ourselves up for that knowledge to come through. If we are not open to receive that knowledge, then we won't receive it. And we will stay lost and disconnected from the light, like it said in the first passage. And let's also talk for a moment about the first meaning. Remember, there's two meanings to this, talking about the knowledge is holy and will always come back to us and here to stay. The first meaning of that, it's talking about the Book of Rasheeda as well. So the Book of Rasheeda is timeless knowledge. We're also talking about time, right? Time passing, and the fact that this is holy and divine. The Book of Rasheeda is timeless knowledge. It is always here and also comes back. Because remember in the first session, in the first Divinity session, when I read the first passage, what the Book of Rasheeda was talking about was how people have come before me. They have come through other people prior to me to give this same knowledge. But what happens over time? It gets bastardized over time. It gets twisted and turned and used for social control. It gets used for all these things. And then by the time we get a hold of it thousands of years later, it's nothing like the original message. We don't even know what the original message is. And this is why they have to keep bringing back the message. But this is supposed to be, hopefully, the last time they're bringing back the message. That's what the Book of Rasheeda says. So they have now been bringing back this message through me. This message is timeless. And the truth is the truth, right? Whoever channels the truth will get the truth because the truth is the truth. And when it comes through pure, as it's coming through me, I'm not changing a word of what they are writing through me. I'm not changing a word. So this is pure, straight from them, unencumbered. I'm not bringing my consciousness into it. I allow them to take over my body and write this. So my consciousness is not even in this. I don't even understand what this means sometimes. After they're done writing it, I have to go and talk to them more about it and really understand the actual, what they're actually, saying, because it is cryptic, right? So my point is that the time, it is time. This is timeless. This is timeless. And the Book of Rasheeda is here, coming back now to bring this knowledge back, and it's here to stay. So again, there's a double entendre here, which means a double meaning here for this passage. They're talking about you and your life, but they're also giving you a message about the Book of Rasheeda. And that's why they wrote it in that exact way. So with all of that being said, the takeaway, what I want you to walk away with is be intentional about how you are passing your time. Be intentional about how you are living your life. Be mindful about your actions and your inactions, and the consequences of those actions and inactions. And make sure that you are focusing on that divine insight and allowing it in. Making sure that you're actually taking the words from the Book of Rasheeda and applying them to your life. So one thing that I have for you guys, and this will be available in the Mystic Temple Facebook group, is I have put together a ritual for you all. This is an easy ritual, so no matter what level you are in metaphysics or spirituality or whatever, no matter what level you are, you can still do this ritual. This is a very simple ritual that it will go with this divinity session that couples and allows you to actually apply this to your life, actually apply this energetically to your life. This is an energy ritual, but it's also a very intellectual and introspective ritual as well. So that'll be available in the Mystic Temple Facebook group, in the guides section of the Facebook group. And so that will be available to you as of the time that this is released. All right. Now, with that being said, I'm going to now speak love, life, and intention into all of you at home using the divine language. Okay. Efetu, efetu ashu, efetu ashu, efetu ashu vectusos, evectu, vectu, destu, destu, destu bicosa, bicosa calisi bicosa, bicosa calisi bicosa, bicosa calisi, eshna popo eshna sha ishna, 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 ishna vectusos vestu, destu vestu, destu vestu, osho, osho, osho olo, osho olo, osho olo, osho olo, osho olo, eshna popo eshna sha, eshna po eshna sha. And now I will end with a prayer in the divine language, which essentially means peace be unto you. Zor kumti. And I'll see you next time.
I am enough. I'm feeling strong. I'm powerful. My spirit's warm. I am prosperous. My dreams will rise. I am unstoppable. I touch the skies. I am fearless, I break the chains, I am determined. No limits in my veins, I'm courageous. I'll face the trials, I am unbreakable. I'll go the extra miles. I am who I wanna be. I am the strength inside of me. I am the fire that won't fade. I am, it's my time to live. I am enough. I'm feeling strong. I'm powerful. My spirit's one. I am prosperous. My dreams will rise. I am unstoppable. I touch the skies. I am fearless. I break the chains. I am determined. No limits in my veins. I'm courageous. I'll face the trials. I am unbreakable. I'll go the extra miles. I am who I wanna be. I am the strength inside of me. I am the fire that won't fade. I am, it's my time to invade. I am who I wanna be. I am the strength inside of me. I am the fire that won't fade. I am, it's my time to invade.